Lesson I'll talk about slide, how to use the slide, at least how I use the slide. There are many different techniques, many different players actually that use different slides made of different materials. I prefer glass, just slightly sweeter, cleaner tone, but there are many players that use metal, so I actually advise to go out and buy a few different shapes and sizes, and especially thickness. Try different thickness slide, so that you get a feel for the tone you like, the sound you like, and then you go for whichever your choice is. A couple of ideas today on how to use the slide. I'm actually wearing my pinky so that I can mute the strings behind if needed. Of course, alternatively, I can mute the strings with the palm of my right hand. The idea, the best thing to do is actually play the note above the fret, not just before, as you would do, of course, when you fret a note. Of course, the reason being is that if you play just before you hear the sound will be definitely out of tune. If you play right on top, the note will be, of course, in tune. So you'll have to play with a slide right above the fret. Of course, that's something you have to get used to, find your way, and just with practice you'll get it right for sure. A few other tricks that I definitely advise to bend the slide. Of course, the easiest thing to do is to play a triad. Let's say in this case E. I'm here down at the 9th fret, of course. And if I bend the slide, I can get that phrase. Again, it's down to muting the strings that you don't want to play. I usually move them with my right hand, but again I can do the same with the back of my left hand. I'll show you a close-up of this. So again, this is a triad. And here are the 9th fret, and I will bend my hand to reach for that A natural, G sharp, A natural. Okay, another thing I always do, let's say as an example, I want to play the double stop there, the 3rd F sharp, 11th fret, 3rd string, and the A on the 10th fret, 2nd string. I just have to bend my hand so that the slide sits. And then I go back to the other 3rd, so E and G sharp. So that's another quick trick where you can do quite a few things with it. Of course, a completely different approach when you use the slide is to tune the guitar in open tuning, so that rather than having to bend the slide here and there, bend your hand here and there, you have to just pretty much just go straight for the chord, the next chord. So all you do, you tune the guitar so that just by playing all the string open, they will sound like a like a chord. In this case, I've tuned the guitar in G, so from the lowest to the highest, it's D, G, D, G, B. So the idea here is to tune the guitar so that every time I play even like a bar without fretting any other notes, something like that, I'm playing a major chord. The same thing I can do with the slide. Of course, I will slide into it. and so on.